Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Izzati binti Saleh and I'm going to present about the Malaysia-Thailand bilateral relations in the sector of economic interdependence that share the same ocean and land as a border. The mutual dependence and connectivity of the economies are referred as a economic interdependence. It happens when a nation or region rely on one another for different economic exchange like commerce, investment, and financial transaction. Okay, so the economic interdependence has trade as of its core component. Market and supply chains become connected as a result of the international trade in product and service. Through the international trade, nation can focus on producing the commodities and service where they have a competitive advantage while importing those where they are less effective. So next, we're moving to the problem statement. The problem statement in the studies are tension from the past that are still present can hinder the communication and collaboration between the nation, which is the unfair trade balance and competition in important industries can exacerbate existing economic tension between nations. And bilateral relation may also be impacted by borders disputes, smuggling, illegal commerce, and transboundary problems, including environmental concerns, the management of the natural resources, and cross-border crime. Additionally, cultural, religious, and political difference might hinder communication and cooperation. Finding common ground and promoting a positive bilateral connection might be difficult due to divergent values, societal standards, and ideological viewpoints. Bilateral relations may also be impacted by security issues like terrorism, border security, or regional war. Maintaining stability and confidence require cooperation in defense and security issues. So moving on to the research question. The main question that we want to see in this study is the interdependence of the Malaysia and Thailand bilateral economic with a sharing borders, which is in terms of effectiveness and also challenges. Specifically, the question need to be seen and achieved in the studies are: do Thailand and Malaysia have strong economic relations and policies? Number 2 is what is the conflict between Malaysia and Thailand? And lastly is what the solution that have been made to overcome all the conflict occurred. So next are the research objective. The main objective that we want to see in this study is the interdependence of the Malaysia-Thailand bilateral economic with a sharing borders, and specifically the objective to be seen and achieved in this study are to study the relationship and economic policies between two countries. Number 2 is to analyze the conflict and occurred between Malaysia and Thailand, and lastly is to study the solution that has been proposed to overcome the conflict that occurs. So the next point are the research background. The promotion of trade and investment cooperation has been resolved by both Malaysia and Thailand. Economic development and accessibility to the rail and roads along their respective borders were priorities for both countries. In an effort to solve the problem of development poverty and unemployment in southern Thailand, the government is currently promoting the construction of the Sadao or Padang Besar Special Economic Zone in the south to offer job and income for the residents. Malaysia is Thailand is the fourth largest commercial partner overall and its biggest Asian trading partner. According to the Thai Minister of Commerce, over the last 5 years, there has been increase in bilateral commerce between two countries of 10.54% yearly on average. The value of cross-border trade between Malaysia and Thailand in the previous year was $26.5 billion, and the two nations have decided to expand their commercial relations. The long-standing bilateral ties between Malaysia and Thailand have been marked by collaboration and sporadic conflicts. They are the Southeast Asian neighbor that share both land and ocean borders, which have increased their economic interdependence. Examining of the variety of factors, including trade, investment, and transportation and tourism, is part of the study of these economic ties. The two countries' bilateral relations have benefited greatly from their investment collaboration. Both nations have drawn FDI from other nations, with Malaysian businesses investing in Thailand and vice versa. Manufacturing, automobiles, tourism, and services have all seen significant investment to capitalize the advantages of the both economic collaborative projects, and joint enterprises have been developed. Without moving on to the research scope in the study, which is this term paper, we will see the history of the relationship between Malaysia in having bilateral relation with Thailand until the current government in maintaining the relation as the former government, even though there are many conflicts has been occurred between two countries such as water dispute, territorial dispute, separatist group, communist, insurgent occurs throughout the story, but Malaysia seems to give more tolerate in handling the issues. The methodology that have been used in this article was the library research, which is the information obtained through library research based on the result and research of the scientific materials. Other than that, we also use the data collection referring to the internet and authentic website, journals and referred articles. We're moving out to the research theory. When examining this bilateral relation between Malaysia and Thailand, several theory and framework can provide insight into the dynamics and factors influencing their relationship. So the first theory that has been used is the realism. Realism is a prominent theory in international relations that emphasizes power and dynamic and national interests. In the context of Malaysia and Thailand, the theory suggests that their bilateral relations are influenced by the pursuit of self-interest, national security, and the strategic consideration. Realism highlights the role of power and competition in the shaping interaction between two countries. So the next theory that has been used in this article is the constructivism. Constructivism emphasizes the role of idea, norm, and shared belief in shaping international relations. In the context of Malaysia and Thailand, constructivism suggests that their relationship is influenced by a cultural, historical, and social factor. Shared norms, perception, and identities can shape their interaction and cooperation, as well as influence conflict resolution and issues areas such as border dispute or cultural exchange. Alright, so now we move to the last part, which is the research contribution. Malaysia and Thailand have a strong economic relationship, contributing to the growth and development of both countries. Bilateral trade between Malaysia and Thailand has increased over the years, fostering economic integration and cooperation. Malaysia and Thailand have collaborated on cross-border infrastructure projects that promote connectivity and facilitate trade and tourism. Notable examples including Thailand-Malaysia Friendship Bridge and the East-West Economic Corridor. Malaysia and Thailand have collaborated on security issues, particularly in addressing cross-border challenges such as transnational crime, terrorism, and human trafficking. So for the conclusion, status is a key consideration for both Thailand and Malaysia. The idea of transition act like legitimizing mechanism for development cooperation provision. The two countries construct their imagined donor identity by distancing themselves from recipient status as the discursive level, although they remain recipient for the development cooperation. Thailand become a recipient turned donor, while Malaysia maintains a dual identity of donor and recipient. Status embodied by the speeches of Malaysia Mahathir Mohamad and Thailand Thaksin Shinawatra promote the middle power strategy, prosperity, neighbor policy, and regional consideration. That's all from me. Thank you.